Welcome back. It is a veteran's voice that enlisted in the Marine Corps at the age of 16 in what you might call the family business. Filiberto Lujan followed the lead of his grandfather, who served in World War I, along with his father and 3 uncles who fought in World War II. All Marines, but it was an experience that his elders never spoke of until the bear returned from Vietnam.
Every time I asked him, how was it? One word answer, it was rough.
Filiberto Bear Lujan grew up on a reservation, a member of the Ogalala Lokota Nation.
And my full name is Strength of the Bear.
Several family members were also part of another nation, the US Marine Corps.
I was 16 then because I graduated high school at 16. Went down to the recruiter, took all the tests, Pop signed all the papers.
It was 1960, and once he finished boot camp, Filiberto joined a new outfit, the Marines Force Recon.
Penetrate deep behind, quote unquote, enemy lines, gather intel.
Okay.
You're supposed to go in, don't leave a sign that you've been there, get the intel and get out.
His first real deployment came in late 1962, First Force Recon boarding the USS Enterprise aircraft carrier during the Cuban Missile Crisis. If President Kennedy's blockade didn't work, Lujan's unit would head for Cuba to secure a landing zone for the 82nd Airborne.
I was sitting in the plane getting ready to get catapulted if they hadn't turned around.
When he returned home, he re-enlisted and joined the 3rd Marines Force Recon at the start of the Vietnam War, landing in Da Nang.
We were given different sectors where we were supposed to get intel.
Which was yours?
Along the DMZ, the border of Laos and North Vietnam.
Lujan says his unit would repel from helicopters when they arrived at the landing zone and get hoisted out when they left, the Hueys never touching the ground.
You ran up to the bird, hooked up. Now you had about 5 seconds and they were gone.
His unit was gone for 10 days to 2 weeks at a time, coming very close to the enemy on numerous occasions.
And I thought for a split second that he saw me because he turned to look and he was looking dead at me, but he didn't see me.
On one mission along the Ho Chi Minh Trail, Bear came under fire while on patrol with his brother-in-law, who was a radio operator.
The gunfight was on. Jim got shot through the thigh, and I carried Jim 2 days through the jungle. And he got to the point where he said, you know, just leave me. And I told him what he could do with that.
Bear served 3 tours in Vietnam, taking part in Operation Hastings, the Battle of Hue, and Tet Offensive, just to name a few. He won't talk about his confirmed kills as a sniper, but did mention one time an NVA squad were chasing a group of Marines when they came into range about 400 yards away.
I took them all.
How many were there?
7.
Lujan ended his deployment in July of 1971. In all, he collected numerous medals and commendations. He was also wounded 4 times. The final time as he landed at their base under fire, and his friend Pete ran ahead of him into a bunker.
And he was yelling at me, you know, come on, old man, old man. I had to run around the chopper to try to catch him, and he went into a bunker, and I was like 25 yards behind him. And as he goes into the bunker got hit by a 120 rocket. Gone. And I took shrapnel from that.
When he returned home from Vietnam, his father would finally discuss combat with him, a conversation that only another veteran would understand.
And he told me his experience on Guadalcanal. And I asked him, why didn't you say this when I was younger? You know, and explained to me. He says, because you wouldn't have understood it.
Filiberto Lujan went on the honor flight and struggled with emotion while he was sitting in front of the Vietnam Wall. But the worst scare of his life, he says, came during the Gulf War, when his own sons left college and wanted to enlist.
And I talked him out of it. Because I'll tell you right now, Mike, I'm not that strong a man.
One of his sons would open Red House Barbecue in Tehachapi, and he has a shrine to his family history and the Marine Corps up on the back wall. It's a place you can find Bear quite often, on a different patrol, to keep these memories alive.
And your arm is all wet.
Now we'd like to tell your veteran story. Send us information on someone who served. Include their name, a picture, some basic information, and send those nominations to Mike at KERO.com.